from StarPath. This is a note on using a qtVlm to view tides and currents. The tides and currents function of this program is one of the best I have seen, but when you first download the program, it will not work because they do not, no harmonics are installed. And we have various writings to say why we agree that that's maybe a good idea. At least for the time being. So what I want to do is show how to load the harmonic files into the program, and so we can do tides and currents. And I'm on a Mac, and I chose a Mac because their Mac is the easiest. And but then we also have to have one on a PC. So I'll do the Mac first and then the PC. And so step one, there's none there. So we have to, the first step we have to do is get the files. And so we go with a browser, and then you can type here xtides or flatterco xtide. That's a site of Dave Flatter, who is a pioneer in software for tide and current predictions. Most people's programs are based, I believe, on his early work. And so once you get to this site, flatterco.com/xtide, then you click this one, software available here. And then that takes you to this list of things. And then we want here, the top of the list, harmonic files. And then again, the top of the list. So everywhere we're taking top of the list. And this is the file we want. And this is basically a zip file. A lot of times you would see, instead of .tar.xy, you would see .zip. But this is a more complex form of compression, as far as I understand. And so the Macintosh takes this in stride and opens it right up, but the PC won't. That's why we have to do something special with the PCs. But you click this, just click it and download it. Now on a Mac, all I have to do after that's downloaded, that's in the downloads folder now. I can just click it again and it's basically unzipped it. See, it's already unzipped it. So here's the file we're after. That's actually the second one. I did one earlier right here. These are the same. And so I'll take this. And when you open that up, you see here's the file we're actually after. Here's a harmonic file that's got all the tide and current data in it. It's 3.4 megabytes. And these are all files that you might want to come in and read at some point. 3 of these are identical, actually. They have different names, but they're identical. And they tell you, they're the cautions that we also stress various places, that you have to check this data. Nobody in the world is guaranteeing that this data is right. It's up to us to check it. And so, but that's the file we want. But more important, we want it in this. We're going to take this whole folder right here. Now, this is the uncompressed folder. When you downloaded it, it looked just like this. And then we uncompressed it to this. That's it. Now we go back to the program and go to preferences, gribs and harmonics, and then down here harmonics, and we say add. Now that's going to bring us up to here. And this is opening up the working folder of qtVlm. In a Mac, that's in the applications folder, most likely. And here's the harmonics, and we just open that up, and there's nothing in it. And what we want to do on the Mac is we're just going to look, here's our downloads folder, and here's this one here. I'm just going to take this and drag it and drop it. That's it. And maybe click this and say open. Okay, and now we have our harmonics in here, and that's the one we're going to do, and we're done. So you got to then scroll to the bottom of this page. If that's looking like that and you don't see it, you have to roll up the page and hit OK. Now when you come in here and you click the currents button, loading harmonics, now you have this, and then you can click, see that's okay. Then we can, I did a right click on this arrow, and then opened it. And I'm going to come back to this later, but this shows all the features that they've got that's really unique. First of all, this station I just went to by accident here, almost accident, has data at all these different depths. So qtVlm will actually present to you all the data at the different depths, plus it'll go and give you the data at any date. So if you're planning ahead for something at the end of the summer or next year, or you're working a problem from a textbook and you got to go back to 1999 or something, then this is a super tool. All right, that's all I want to do right now. I just wanted to show how you get the data in there. The tide data will be there with it. This is the tide icon. Here's a tide station. And I right-click it and look at the details, and there are the tides, you see, like that. Same arguments, back different dates, so forth. There will only be one depth on the tides. All right, so that's the end of that. I'm going to go do it now for the PC.